You might need roughly 100,000 naira or more or less to carry out this process, and you might get scammed. If you want to know how to do this process rightly and you want to know how to do it within a short period of time, then you should watch this video to the end, because I don't know if another person would want to explain this thing vividly. Even me, sometimes I get tired of explaining it vividly, but I am willing to put out this content so that people do not fall victim of scam, and that they are able to do their legalization and authentication correctly within the short period of time they might have. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have decided to create a GKS series playlist on my YouTube channel. So if you're looking for any content related to GKS, how to apply, documents to prepare, what is required of you, so on and so forth, I am creating a series on GKS application. And to find it easily, you can just go to the playlist on my channel and then you'll find GKS, click on it and you can find all the videos you're looking for. However, for today's video, I'm going to be talking about legalization and authentication process for documents, because you have to authenticate and legalize your documents before submitting them for the application. However, this video is specifically for Nigerians, because different countries have different procedures for legalization and authentication. So if you're watching this video, most of the information is going to be directed towards Nigerians, so please bear with us in this video. However, other videos might be general, so try to find the videos that you can relate to it, or that is on general topics about GKS on my playlist, and watch to the end. Okay, so let's get into the details. If I were you, I would definitely get a notepad and a pen out, because you definitely want to write down every process. Okay, fine, even if you do not write down every process, please save this video for like when you want to use it in the near future, because it is very important that you know these procedures for legalization and authentication in Nigeria. Let's begin with like trying to understand what legalization and authentication is, because if you do not know, you might get really confused. Let's put it in simple terms, or let me try to explain it like this. Legalization is another word for document verification, and authentication is also another word for document verification. In simple terms, you have to verify these documents before you submit them in your GKS application. The documents have to be verified by the Ministry of Education in your country, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country, and then the Korean Embassy in your country. So the consular of the Korean Embassy in your country has to verify these documents by authenticating them with the stamp, the Korean stamp on your documents. Okay, so away from the definition now, how do Nigerians go about their document legalization and authentication? The first thing you need to know is the documents required for authentication and legalization. And if you do not know what document you might need, please refer back to my previous video, because I have done a video on documents required for GKS application. The GKS application, you have to submit series of documents, but not all these documents require you to authenticate or legalize. There are certain documents you need to legalize and authenticate, whereas there are certain documents you can't submit without legalizing or authenticating them. So the documents you need for legalization: your birth certificate, your degree, your transcript. These three documents need to be legalized and authenticated. So step number one, legalization of educational documents. Step number one is legalization of educational documents, because you cannot proceed if you do not start with the educational document. So the first thing you need to do is take your degree certificate and your transcript to the Ministry of Education for legalization. Whereas if you've watched my previous video, that video is very important. If you've watched my previous video, I have stated that you also need your WAEC result. So before you go to the Ministry of Education to legalize your document, you need to carry along with you your WAEC, your degree, and your transcript. These three documents are the things you need to take with you. When you have these three documents with you, you're going to go to the Ministry of Education in Abuja. The Ministry of Education in Abuja not any other one, with the one in Abuja. So if you're not based in Abuja, it's either you have to come into Abuja or you have to send your documents down for someone to assist you to do it. Yes, someone can actually assist you to do it. So you can do either of that. So you need your WAEC, your degree, and your transcripts. Then you go to the Ministry of Education. Go straight to the 11th floor, where you're going to find the office for legalization of documents. If you do not know this, I'm putting this very detailed here, because if you do not know, immediately you get to the gate, the security men might stop you and be like, what do you want to do? And if you tell them, I'm here for legalization, they will collect your documents and they will assist you to do it, and they will cheat you, they will collect money. That's why I said at the beginning of this video that if you want to avoid scam, you should watch this video to the end of it. So yes, you need to take your degree, transcript, WAEC. When you tell them that you're here for legalization, they are going to give you a serial number. Going to tell you that, okay, you need a serial number, and that you should go and upload your documents on the Ministry of Education's website. So when you meet the security person, you get a serial number and you go to the cafe, which is downstairs on the last floor. The cafe is downstairs on the last floor, and you're going to upload your documents on the Ministry of Education's website. When you upload your documents, they are going to give you an appointed date and time to come for legalization. When you print out the appointment which you have, you go back and fill in the book your remitter number. Yes, you're going to fill in your remitter number, because at the cafe, when you go to upload your document, you need to make payment, which is for remitter. You pay for remitter, you upload your documents, so they are going to give you a remitter slip. So when you fill down your remitter number, you will come back on the appointment date which has been given to you for legalization. When you're done with legalization at the Ministry of Education, you're going to collect your documents and you take them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. When you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you also have to generate remitter. So there is a cyber cafe just outside. However, if you're not sure, first of all, go to the gate of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ask the security persons that you're here for document legalization. They'll ask you, have you generated remitter? If you tell them no, they'll point you towards the direction of the cafe where you're supposed to generate remitter. So when you generate remitter, you will take the remitter and the copies of your documents back to the office, which is the Foreign Affairs office, and you will submit for legalization. The Foreign Affairs office is not as clustered as Ministry of Education, so it's usually easy to do your legalization there. If you go that same day, you'll be able to collect your documents that same day. So if you go by 10 in the morning, because they open like 9, if you go by 10 in the morning and you submit your document for legalization at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, right, you can come back by 3 p.m. that same day and pick your documents. The only hectic place might be Ministry of Education, because it's usually very crowded, so you have to go early, very early, and you also have to be smart, because there are usually a lot of people, so they are always doing things very briefly. So that is it on legalizing your documents at Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs. These offices are located in Abuja, so don't go to look for Foreign Affairs or education in Lagos or Port Harcourt or another state. It has to be done in Abuja. So if you cannot come down to Abuja, you have to look for a trusted person to help you do this procedure, because these documents are very sensitive documents that if you lose them, you might not be able to get them again. So it is better to sacrifice, come down to Abuja for a week and do the whole process. You can do it within a week. Please avoid scam. Please avoid people who might stop you at the gate saying, oh, give me your documents, let me help you, because they also bypass, because they are not actual staffs there, they might bypass certain things, and maybe, for example, they return your document, and a document which is supposed to be signed and stamped at the back and front gets signed and stamped only in the front. That becomes a problem, because when you go to the embassy, they'll be like, your document is supposed to be signed back and front. Why is it just the front? You need to get the other stamp, and then you become confused and everything. So is either you get a trusted person or you come down to Abuja to do this process by yourself. Okay, so to sum it all up, at the Ministry of Education, you're taking your degree, your transcript, and your WAEC alongside photocopies for legalization. Whereas at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you're taking your birth certificate, your degree, and your transcript alongside photocopies. And for this respective legalization, you have to generate a remitter and also generate a remitter. That is why at the beginning of the video I said you might need roughly like 100,000. Yes, so you need money for this procedure, so you need to save up, or you need to work, or you need to have the resources to be able to do the legalization and authentication process. Meanwhile, when you're done with legalizing your document at Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs respectively, you're going to take these documents all together. Now will include your degree certificate, your transcript, and your birth certificate. You take these three documents and you're going to go to the High Court. You're going to go to a High Court in Abuja. If you're still within Abuja, you're going to go to a High Court. So there is one, if you're within Abuja, there is the High Court at Maitama. Yes, there is a High Court at Maitama. You can go there and tell them that you want to get certified true copy stamp. CTC, yes, CTC is what it is called, certified true copy stamp. You need certified true copy stamp on those documents which you've legalized, otherwise the embassy will not acknowledge them as authentic documents. Yes, so when you're done with legalization at Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs, take your documents to the High Court and ask to get CTC and a letter and a sworn court affidavit. So you need a sworn court affidavit alongside the certified true copy stamp. As of the time I did mine, the procedure cost 500 naira per document. However, if you go there, they will tell you 1,500, or it could be higher, or 2,000, just so that you do not get scammed. For the High Court, well, for this part, I'm talking about the High Court in Abuja. You can do it at any other High Court, but you have to get a CTC on your document at a High Court. It cannot be at what they call them, the one that's acknowledged by the embassy is one gotten from a High Court. So you must go to a High Court to get a certified true copy stamp and also get a sworn court affidavit claiming, or rather stating, that these documents belong to you. So the sworn court affidavit is simply declaring that you're the owner of the respective documents which you're about to use in your GKS application. Once you've gotten your CTC and your sworn court affidavit, then you can proceed to make or book an appointment with the embassy, the Korean embassy in Abuja or the Korean embassy in Lagos, whichever one you might be able to do or you can easily locate. So when you book an appointment with the embassy, you will simply take your documents and submit to them for authentication. However, if you miss any of this procedure or any of these steps which I have mentioned, they would actually ask you to go back and do it. So to avoid telling you to go back, especially if you do not live within Abuja or Lagos, which you might travel to do these things, it is better to be on a safer side, right? So to avoid being told, oh, go back, you missed this, then please watch this video and take down notes where you might find them useful, and try to ask questions in the comments section if you're not clear on certain things. So to legalize and authenticate your document requires you to do 4 things. First of all, legalize at the Ministry of Education, legalize at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, get a certified true copy stamp and a sworn court affidavit, then submit at the embassy, the Korean embassy, for authentication. That is all. These 4 steps, they are just 4, but they are hectic. Like, they are freaking hectic. You're probably wondering, when is the best time for me to go about my legalization process and all of that? Well, the earlier the better, that is it. So the earlier the better. If you intend to apply for GKSG, that's the Global Career Scholarship Graduate Program in 2025, which opens in February, then it is better to start your legalization around September, October. Yes, you can start September, October, or you can start even by November. However, please do not wait until January to start. Yes, do not wait until January to start, because you do not know how the situation is going to play out. You do not know whether you get all your documents before then. You do not know whether if you go, they might tell you that, oh, we are busy today, or you do not know whether, whatever it is, just to avoid unforeseen circumstances, right? It is best to start your legalization process within September, October. I even know a couple of persons that have already done their legalization, because I met them last month. Last month was July. Yes, I met them last month. So people that were came out, or rather came from like Lagos and other states. I saw them here at the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs, legalizing their documents. So it's something you can start now, or you can start by September, you can start by October, but please try to avoid starting by January, because that is not and never the best option for you, just to avoid unforeseen circumstances and just to be completely ready, because you still need time to write your personal statement. You still need time to compile your documents, because even document compilation takes a lot of time and energy. It can even keep you up until 4 a.m. I am a living testimony. It can keep you up until late night. So do the things which you can do now towards your application. Start preparing now. It's never too early to start preparation. Don't say, oh, let's wait until next month, let's wait until next month, let's wait until next month. No, you literally have September, October, November, December, January for this whole process to start. So you can start now to save time and to save yourself working under pressure. Also, when you get to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they're going to collect your remitter and give you a receipt, like this receipt. They're going to give you this receipt, but you do not need this receipt at the embassy, because when you get to the embassy, they usually ask you for your remitter instead. So just to be on the safer side, you can go ahead and collect your receipt. But when you go and they say submit your remitter in exchange for the receipt, take a picture of it so that you can always print it out. Or when you're at the cafe and you go to generate your remitter, ask the cafe person to attach your email so that you will get a soft copy and a receipt, or rather a soft copy of the remitter on your phone. Yes, in my next video, I'm going to be talking about like personal statements, how to write your personal statements, how to prepare for your personal statement, and I will also be reading my personal statements on this channel. So if you still want to watch all of those, then please turn on the notification bell so you do not miss when I post those contents. Thank you. So I believe I did justice to this video on legalization and authentication, and I hope it made sense. However, if there's any part where you might find a little bit confusing, or if you might have question or hearsay that you're not sure about, then you can comment here and I will give you the most assured response, because I have done it. So I will tell you based on my experience and not guesswork. And also, if you did enjoy this video, if you found the video very resourceful, then please like, share, and also subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any content I post concerning GKS. And thank you for watching. Bye.